Last year, there were almost 100,000 emergency room-treated trampoline injuries in this country alone. Nearly two-thirds of those hurt were children, 6 to 14 years old.
During the past 10 years, we've seen a tripling in the number of injuries due to trampolines. This is an epidemic by any definition. The numbers are staggering.
Their most common injuries were concussions, strains, sprains, and broken bones, which sometimes required surgery.
This is an injury that we had here at Children's Hospital. This is an injury in the elbow. These two bones are the bones of the forearm. This bone here is the bone of the upper arm. And you can see that it's been totally displaced, been moved completely off. This whole joint has been shattered. This injury is especially important because there's nerves and blood vessels that go right through here and can lead to permanent disability. This child probably will never have an elbow that's normal again.
In the severest of injuries, involving neck and spinal cord trauma, permanent paralysis and death were the consequences.
I'll get. You would have just fallen head first.
Trampolines were developed in the mid-1930s as training devices for acrobats, for gymnasts. Over the past years, what we've seen is a real change in the intent of trampolines. They really become backyard toys, and that is exactly where things have gone wrong.
Lori Minichi, like thousands of others, purchased a trampoline for her daughters.
I decided to buy a trampoline because the kids in the neighborhood had them. My kids were always on them. My younger daughter, who's 7, is on a competitive gymnastics team, and this is a great way for her to practice.
Aware of the potential dangers, Lori paid an extra $200 for a safety enclosure around the trampoline to keep anyone from falling off. But Dr. Gary Smith, who has made it his business to study trampoline-related traumas, says well-intentioned parents like Lori are often misled into a false sense of security with safety enclosures because only a third of all the accidents take place when people fall off. The majority, about 70%, occur on the trampoline itself, by children landing the wrong way, colliding with another jumper, getting tangled in the springs, or hitting the frame.
As long as I'm watching to a certain extent, I feel relatively safe.
But because most injuries occur out in the middle of the mat, Dr. Smith says adult supervision will not adequately prevent injuries on home trampolines either. Parents are left helpless, simply to watch. According to him and other experts, backyard trampolines are extremely dangerous, and there is only one way to prevent our children from being seriously hurt.
If a parent has a trampoline, they should get rid of it, meaning they should destroy it, make sure it does not get in the hands of another family or child. For example, they shouldn't sell it to another family. If they're considering buying a trampoline, they shouldn't. There are many other activities that are safer, that provide the same type of endurance development, strength building, and enjoyment that are safer for children.